Found Choral Chambers the last time and did a little bit of an exploration. Found ourselves a boss with the Clockwork Dancers. They were pretty freaking tough. After we beat them, we were talking to these spirits and they were telling us about this elevator. Kind of held off on that until we complete our exploration of the Choral Chambers. Which brings me up to the objectives of this episode, which is to find the first shrine, Bellway Station, Silk Eaters, and everything else that you see on the list. Now that you've seen that, we're going to get out there, and this is the first thing that we find, which would be the first shrine. Just showed you the location on the map. Also on the outside, I'm finding a white key. Now I'm going to be going in here. There's a bell that's tied up in webbing. We're going to have to free this thing. Once that happens, we're going to be presented with a switch, which we just activated. That should bring up a bench. After this thing is finished ringing. And we're going to take ourselves a seat. And that's it for the first shrine. Now that we're back out here, we're greeted with this guy that's hiding under this tarp. Basically in the shadows. And he's asking us if we were ringing the bell. And he will be known as the caretaker.
Nesvia?
And she is telling him about why he's asking him why he's hiding and all that stuff like that. He's going into the reasons why he's hiding, and that the ringing of the bells will bring all sorts of enemies and everything else in this direction. So he's basically blaming Hornet right now. Well, he's not exactly blaming him, but he is asking her to come back and help him out, taking out all those creatures that are coming this way. So we'll make sure to try to do that. At the same time, I might just forget, I'll be honest, but we're here now on the map, and I actually haven't explored this area. We're currently getting attacked by some sort of moth. This thing needs to die before we can go any further. I don't want this thing chasing us along the entire way. So now that that thing's got, we're going to commit to going in this direction. Activate that switch. We're in here now. We have to avoid all this steam that's around us. If it helps, they're deadly streams of steam where you could die by instantly touching. Either way, we activated another switch and we're out here now, which brings us to another area we didn't explore yet. After taking out all the enemies here at the bottom, there's the switch. We're going to be activating that switch pretty soon after we take out one last enemy that I kind of forgot about, to be honest. And this rosary too. You see how many rosaries we have in this level alone? It's kind of crazy. The hard part is actually staying alive through all this, so we can't keep all those rosaries. Just activated that switch while taking that enemy out. And now we're here now. Because I decided not to go down there yet. There is one chamber in here I did investigate, and without going any further, I wanted to see what was in here. And there is a silk machine. Before we actually activate it or anything like that, we have to take this thing out. And a little moth flew away or something like that. Either way, we're in here right now trying to find what's hiding in this chamber, and unfortunately we can't get to the top. I don't know how to get there. Maybe we have to be in another level or something, and then come over here and activate that switch so we can come back into the Choral Chambers. Hollow Knight works out like that, which is one of the cool parts of this game, but we're currently in this area of the Choral Chambers, and we're close to a Bellway station right now. We just have to take care of this enemy first, which is going to take some work. I'm not going to lie. This enemy right here has given me more problems than a lot of enemies, except for that one that steals your silk, and also the giant version of this guy. Just smashed him on those spikes, and that did the job. Alright, did not mean to activate those enemies. Going to be going in here, and there seems to be a couple of enemies that are already wrapped up in webbing. But here is what we're trying to find. We're going to insert 80 rosaries for our Bellway station, just in case we want to go somewhere else. More than likely, I'm going to be doing that at some point. As of now, this thing has been fully activated, but this is not the only thing that we're going to be finding here. Next thing will be this bench. And also, there's this thing too, which is the elevator. So it's kind of like a super highway to anywhere you want to go, along with a place to rest. It's kind of rare at this point. I haven't seen this sort of setup yet, but we're currently here in the Choral Chambers at another area that I haven't explored yet. We're going in here, and there seems to be something hiding at the bottom. But before we go down any further, I'm going to be trying to see if there's anything hiding here, which there isn't. So we're going to be heading down, just floating, just in case. Good thing, too, since we avoided those spikes, but we ran into this enemy, which is pretty unique, in that they steal your rosaries. Like, you see them attack Hornet, and all the rosaries fall everywhere. We have to pick them back up. And these guys ain't weak neither. They take off a fair amount of life while stealing your rosaries. We got taken out, but eventually we did come back down here and took one of them out. There's one more of these things left, which has just been taken out. And they're trying to protect this. We just have to break that cocoon, and it is a silk eater. Now, if we consume this thing, it will retrieve a cocoon after falling in battle, which is going to be pretty useful. At the same time, I'm just going to be holding off on that, and we're going to be exploring this area of the Choral Chambers. We're just running into a few enemies right now. We just have to take care of them, and we'll get a whole bunch of rosaries. These guys aren't too hard unless there's one of those enemies that steal your silk here. I don't even know the name of those things. I should look in the book, but I don't really refer to the journal too much. I gotta start doing that. Hold on. One more enemy left. And unfortunately, this thing just hit me when I was trying to heal. Hella annoying. We're gonna continue this way. See more of these robot rats. Well, flying robot rats. And they're still trying to kill me. And Hornet. Good thing is that they're not too hard, and they kind of remind me of another enemy we faced pretty recently. I forgot the name of them, but they act like that. They go into some sort of fury, and then they pause a little bit. But that time, that one got me. So we're back here. Still have to explore the rest of this little area. We just have to take care of this flying rat real quick. Finally happened. It's a slow process too. Along with most other enemies in this game, you kind of have to take your time. The more you rush it, the worse it is. I'll just say it like that. But we're surrounded again. Have to take care of these guys. And also, if you don't want to kill every single enemy in this game, it's probably best not to. Just activate that switch, and we're going to be getting out of here. This is where it leads to. I was wondering about that the entire time. But after that, we kind of ran into somebody when we were exploring this place. I missed talking to him early on in the game, so I guess this is our opportunity to work with him at this point as we head towards the Citadel, which technically we haven't gotten there yet. So after we've taken out all the enemies, we finally find out the name of this guy, which is Garvin and Zaza. That wasn't the last time that we've seen him. Right after that, we fought with him again, and now we're here. Just have to take care of a couple of enemies before we move on. That spider kind of surprised me too. Took care of the big one, and I don't know where the spider went. He might have fell down the hole. I don't know what happened to it. Either way, I'm not going to be opening that cage there neither. There's no breakable wall here. Just have to make sure. You never know. Okay, we're down here. This place is pretty different. Seeing all these dining tables. And it's pretty freaking dark too. I'm seeing a switch, just activated it. Not going down there just yet. I need to see what else is up here. Another switch. Activating that. And I'm hearing somebody. Okay, who's this? And it turns out to be Loyal Mergwin, which we talked to, and then it starts a new promise. Great Taste of Farloom, which I heard is pretty extensive as far as promise goes. So we're gonna hold off on that until late game, which is probably for the best too. Got a lot of the game to play. We're in this room right now, which seems pretty nasty with all the flies around and everything. Breaking all these bags, nothing is coming out of them. No other silk eaters here. But I have a feeling one of them's in here. And there seems to be some sort of hidden room. And there's something in here. We did find ourselves a silk eater, which would be our second one. After that, we're here now. And this area, I was curious about the entire time I was in Choral Chambers. I was trying to find the other side of that door for the longest at this point. Just have to take care of this new enemy, and it's not really too hard. You just have to attack it every single time it lands. But we're back where we took care of the cogwork dancers. And after exploring the Choral Chambers, I'm interested in what's down here. And it turns out this is the cogwork core, which will be a brand new level. I'm not going to be exploring the entirety of this place at this point. I'm just going to be going towards this bench. Well, this thing's kind of different. You have to spin this wheel or something. We're heading up here, and there is something else. Just have to stand on that switch, and there's something to take here. Found ourselves the core map. which makes things a lot easier now. And also, I'm wondering what happened to Shaka. Alright, we're activating this wheel, and this thing slowly brings out the bench. It's kind of a creative way of doing it. And also, we get a light here too. And also, this means that this is going to be the end of the episode. I completely explored the Choral Chambers, found everything else that I was supposed to find. Maybe there was something that was missed, but I don't know. I can't help that. Maybe I'll come back later and then really just find every single possible secret that's left in this game. At this point, I'm going to be moving on to exploring the Cogwork Core, which is going to take a little bit. It's not going to be too long of an episode since I'm just trying to find everything that's hiding in there and possibly a boss fight. If everything ends well, we'll have everything we need to go into that elevator. In the meantime, if you like this episode, I really would appreciate that like, subscribe, and even slapping that notification bell really does help out the channel. Until the next time, I want to thank everyone that subscribed to the channel. Hope y'all have a good one. Peace out.